We are back with another Healthy Families segment with Omni Family Health. The big game is right around the corner, and if you're looking to keep your body in tip-top athletic shape, Justina and Deanna are here with some lighter snacking options to help celebrate. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
This is such a fun topic because, yeah, obviously, with all these tailgates and all these parties, there's a lot of temptation, but there are easy ways to make it a little healthier for you. So what are some good tips and tricks you have for us?
Yeah, so we do really good during the Christmas season, right? And everyone's trying to stay on track with their diets, and then the New Year's resolution, and then bam, it's football season, right? So I definitely encourage people to have a plan of attack for their tailgate eats, right? So one thing that people can try is don't go to these parties starving, right? If you show up and you're super hungry, you're gonna eat everything in sight.
Yeah.
So, you wanna have a plan of attack for that. Another thing is to plan to drink lots of water. So if you drink a big cup of water and take small sips in between your bites, it's gonna make you feel fuller faster, and you'll be less likely to overeat. Another tip, and this one's really hard, but is to avoid the mindless eating, right? We sit there with chips and we just watch the game and we're eating our chips. So if you're intentional about it, maybe stand up every time you're gonna eat or do all of your snacking in a different room. It's just one more step that kind of makes us think about what we put in our mouth. And then finally, of course, what we eat is so important, right? So look at all of the options there and then try your best to make some healthy choices.
Well, I already went to a playoffs party and I was seated right in front of the artichoke dip and I was just nom, 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 and then I was like, wait a second, I finished half of it, no one else has touched it. What are some good substitutions then for these types of foods?
There is quite a lot. However, a few that comes to mind is we all love wings, so baked wings instead of the deep fried wings, or even sweet potato fries for the regular French fries. Talking about dips, you can do a spinach dip and substitute some Greek yogurt for that as well. You can have a variety platter of vegetables, broccoli, carrots, butternut squash, and have it in nicely dipped hummus, or even some freshly made guacamole, salsa with some whole grain, pita or chips as well. You can have some popcorn, and for the lovers of burgers, there are veggie burgers, sliders, easy to eat. And those are a few that I have in mind. There is so many. However, proportion is very important. Like Deanna said, mindful eating, enjoy the flavors, the textures of the food, and just little proportions, and of course, water in between.
When I remember one year, I was looking up a healthier version of buffalo chicken dip, and it was so good. It incorporated cottage cheese in it versus all the cream cheese. So yeah, it sounds a little weird, but it was delicious.
It's a great option.
And how about drinks? Is there any way to sort of combat that?
Yeah, drinks is a hot topic, right? So we all know that alcohol has a lot of empty calories, so it's another thing that we can be intentional about. Not to mention just kind of the overall unhealthy effects of alcohol. So mocktails are a great option. Mocktails are basically just alcohol-free cocktails. A lot of restaurants will do mocktails for people that don't drink alcohol or people that are just looking for a healthier option. So they're fun, they're usually really delicious, and they're great for at-home parties. So one of my favorite mocktails is a sparkling water with a splash of cranberry, and it's garnished with a lime. So it's pretty, right? And it has a nice fizz, and it has almost 0 calories, which I love.
Well, no hangover the next day.
Exactly.
I mean, if the game happens on Sunday, Monday I hear a bunch of people take off work. So
right.
Yeah. For the best to do good.
Mocktail is a healthier choice, definitely.
Yeah. Or even alternate one mocktail, then a regular, and then a mocktail, maybe to mix it up.
Yeah, everything in moderation is a smart way to go.
Yes.
And so we've covered food, drinks. Any other tips for this?
I would say, like she said earlier, just walking around, some halftime dance with the performer as well would help also move some of that calories out. There are some sugar-free mocktail packs that you could also use as well. And of course, a little touch of lemon, lime always kind of makes things a little bit better and nice as well.
Maybe you could do some little playful betting, be like, oh, if they score this, you have to do however many push-ups. Maybe that could
absolutely.
Make it a game for yourself.
A little competition for everybody there, right?
Yeah, well, you have to make fitness fun because there's so many negative effects to being overweight.
Exactly.
Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Obesity and overweight, you know, it counts for about 60% or more of the US population. That's a large percentage, and it's very foundational to a lot of preventable medical conditions. So there are lots of complications that come with just being obese or just being overweight. A few are, you know, hypertension, diabetes, fatty liver, lots of cardiovascular events like heart attack and stroke as well. So it's very, very important to just be mindful in taking care of yourself and taking those extra precautions to stay healthy and just lose the weight healthily.
Mm-hmm. And what type of services does Omni offer to help people with losing weight?
Yeah, so here's the good news, right? So besides from Justina and I, Omni Family Health has about 100 medical providers in nearly 40 different clinics across 4 counties. All of our medical providers are experts at helping our patients to stay healthy, and we can help them by making a weight loss plan, picking a diet plan or a diet regimen that's going to work for them, referring them to our own in-house dietitian, prescribing weight loss medications, and just helping them stay accountable by being part of their weight loss team. Mm-hmm. We want our patients to be successful, right? So we're going to check in with them regularly and help them along this journey. Mm-hmm. So if anybody is interested in weight loss, you know, or is having trouble or struggling with their weight loss journey, we can help them. Mm-hmm. And we want people to contact us. They can find us online at omnifamilyhealth.org, and they can call us or text us to make an appointment with one of our medical providers.
Awesome, and we'll get that number up there on the screen.
I was gonna say, it is a chronic condition, right? And so it should be treated as such as well. Mm-hmm. Very, very important. A lot of times we just kind of put it away, but it is in fact, you know, a chronic condition as well.
Well, and it's not one size fits all, and especially now with social media, there's so many different products that people are pushing, and you know, influencers are pushing it, not doctors. So
there's not going to be one magic pill or wand that's going to make this go away. Like Justina said, this is a chronic condition, and we're going to treat people long term for these types of things.
And Deanna, cultural preferences as well. We see a diverse number of people from different places, and so we have to put that into consideration.
Absolutely.
When we do treatment plans.
Yeah, well, thank you two so much for all this information. Definitely some good tips and tricks and great reminders for people too, continuing through this new year.
Thank you. We're happy to be here.
We'll be right back after the break.